On every chance she gets, Meghan Markle somehow manages to outdo herself in the art of being painfully cringe, and this holiday special was no exception. From awkward kitchen chaos to over-the-top fakeness, she turned what could have been a warm, festive show into something you just can't watch without squirming. Trust me, by the end, you'll be covering your face in secondhand embarrassment. It all started with the kitchen segment. The moment she appeared, dipping her bare hands straight into raw cookie dough without gloves. Without care, you could already hear the collective gasp from viewers. Her hair was loose, swinging dangerously over the dough, like it was just waiting to fall in. You could almost feel the health inspectors twitching in their seats.
Hair, hands in hair, handling food, and I'm certainly not having my hands in my hair around the food. It's gross.
And of course, because she can't resist a little flex, she pressed her pinky ring, yes, that ring, right into the cookie dough, deliberately flashing it at the camera like she was showing off some royal seal of approval. Who does that while baking? Meghan, apparently.
She's got that, whatever, $1 million pinky ring on and pressing it into the dough. Hello, Salmonella. I never can say that right. Salmonella Sussex. How are you again, my old friend? Like, what's happening? Why would you do that? Take off your jewelry.
But that wasn't even the worst of it. She was barefoot, again, yes, barefoot in the kitchen, as if all the hygiene complaints from her last cooking segment had vanished from memory. The internet didn't forget, though. It roared back instantly. Who eats that food? People asked. They deserve hazard pay. There she stood, carefree, smiling, stepping around like she owned the kitchen, as though the germs would politely stay away because she's Meghan Markle. Honestly, at this point, it wouldn't have been surprising if she started kneading dough with her feet too. And then came the moment that had everyone clutching their cups of tea: Christmas crackers. You know those little festive poppers every household uses during the holidays? The ones that have been around forever? Well, Meghan presented them like she had just discovered fire. She pulled them out on her holiday special, wide-eyed, acting like she had invented them herself. "Look what I made," she seemed to say, as if the world hadn't been pulling crackers at Christmas long before she was even born.
Surprised to learn that she seems to have invented the cracker, which I thought had been invented by somebody called Thomas Smith in 1806. But we saw her doing all those sort of things. I mean, what she seems to always do is present things as if no one's ever done them before.
The level of delusion was truly unmatched. You couldn't decide whether to laugh or cry. The whole thing felt like watching someone proudly explain how to use a spoon. Then viewers noticed something that made it all worse. Their beloved beagle, Guy, who tragically passed away in January 2025, appeared alive and wagging his tail in the footage. That one detail revealed everything. This wasn't a fresh holiday special at all. It had been filmed last year, repackaged, and stamped with a holiday label like a leftover Christmas card. Netflix didn't even bother to hide it, and honestly, that was telling. If Netflix really cared about this show, they would have edited Guy out or reshot those scenes. But they didn't. It was their subtle way of saying, "We're done with Meghan." It was like a quiet announcement, no need for a press release. The message was clear.
Again, she's using the children as part of her, look at me, I'm the lovely mum making things for them for Christmas. And then apparently she has this sort of moment of downtime when they go to bed and she sits there and contemplates things. I mean, it's as if she's invented Christmas, and frankly, she didn't.
And can we talk about her set design? Because what in the world was that? When you think of Christmas, you picture red and green, gold and white, maybe a bit of sparkle, right? But Meghan's entire holiday set screamed brown. Brown crackers, brown wrapping paper, brown ribbons, brown everything. It looked less like Christmas and more like a cardboard recycling warehouse. Not a single hint of holiday cheer anywhere. It was as if she wanted to erase every trace of color, every sign of joy. You had to wonder what exactly she was running away from. And for someone who claims to be a loving mom, where were the kids? Not a single moment of messy, playful baking. No laughter, no sprinkles, no icing, chaos. Instead, Meghan waited until after the children had gone to bed, bought ready-made cookies, and sat alone, painting them with edible paint like a silent art project. The whole thing felt sterile, performative, empty. And then she started explaining, oh my God, the explaining. Every little step was treated like an extraordinary invention. She spoke as though decorating cookies was some kind of complex scientific experiment. She described the process like she was unveiling the cure for boredom. It was an advent calendar, Meghan. People have been making them since forever.
It's an advent calendar. We know this is nothing new. It's not even a fun take on an advent calendar. These came pre-printed with the kids' names on it. So she's not even like making anything here. She's just shoving a bunch of crap in. This is not new stuff or something homemade.
And this wasn't even a DIY one. It was pre-printed, personalized with names, and stuffed with store-bought trinkets. There was nothing creative or new about it. Just more of her usual over-talking and self-praise. And poor Naomi. Usually confident, bold, radiant, but not here. In this special, she looked exhausted before it even began. Sitting in that kitchen, eyes half alive, she seemed completely over it. Meghan made her craft a wreath, and Naomi's expression said it all. Why am I here? She looked like she would have rather been stuck in traffic than gluing pine cones next to Meghan Markle. Maybe she was sedated just to survive the shoot, and honestly, who could blame her? Then, Meghan tried to play humble, saying things like, it's important to try things we're not so great at. But even that sounded rehearsed, like she was reading from a script. The forced laughter, the fake humility, it all added to the unbearable awkwardness. It's important to always try things that we're not so great at, which I should remind myself when I try to draw or get on a tennis court. I am so painfully bad. Now, I need to see this because the way that I don't want to see it. It's so bad. It can't be like the worst I've ever seen. I believe it would be, this is that great catch on Pepe flavor. I love catching on Pepe pasta. Oh my gosh. Music it is a cozy pasta dish featuring lots of cheese and black pepper. Give this a little simmer. Music. Just gonna start to add our flour. This feels like fondue. You've never heard anyone say fondant? Ugh, it smells so good. We're adding some pecorino and some Parmesan. Music. And then we go into piping. She talked like she was auditioning for a cooking show that didn't exist. The whole kitchen sequence was so self-absorbed it almost turned comedic. And then her masterpiece, she proudly arranged raw broccoli and carrots in a circle and called it a sustainable holiday snack. The final result looked like something straight out of a biology lab. Who in their right mind wants to eat that? Yet there she stood, beaming proudly, convinced she had reinvented Christmas cuisine. You almost wanted to pat her on the shoulder and say, "It's okay, honey, we all have our off days." And finally, the grand finale, or what was supposed to be one. Everyone gathered awkwardly, glasses in hand, and were forced to say the name of the show together. It was uncomfortable, robotic, and dripping with fake cheer. You could see in their faces they weren't doing it out of joy, they were doing it because they had to. It was the perfect metaphor for Meghan's entire brand of togetherness. Manufactured, forced, and hollow. And this kind of, sort of stuff in the kitchen and champagne glasses clinking with miscellaneous friends who probably aren't really friends at all. And that was it. 13 moments of pure, unfiltered cringe that made the world collectively look away. From barefoot baking disasters to pretend traditions, Meghan's holiday special was less festive celebration and more comedy of errors. Every moment screamed performance. Every smile felt rehearsed. And every sweet memory she tried to create turned into another viral meme. There you have it. 13 cringe moments from Meghan Markle's holiday special. Which one made you laugh the hardest? Let us know in the comment section. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.